of Sicilian. MWI is the perfect tournament if you have ADHD, because there's always gonna...
It's an elimination match for these two teams, FUT Esports, or will it be MIBR.LOS that goes forward after today in this best of three?
This is the Brazilian coalition representing a mayor going up against the pride of Turkey. 30 seconds in, looking at the emblems real quick. Okay, even in mid, is this what happens? There's no... Oh, wait! Ray! Shimmying his throw. She almost got caught.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry, right? Usually at this point.
Yep. Better flickerless than dead.
Yeah, that's true. Got to keep it together here. So, for MIBR.LOS, whoa, they're still actually putting pressure here. Ray?
Uh-oh. Ray going through two. In comes Hayab. And Cujo very low. Cujo might just bite it. Massive sanguine claws. The trade 1-for-1. Cujo for Ray. MIBR.LOS, I think, won that eventually.
Yeah, I was wondering when that bad impact was coming through. Unohana? Okay, we'll push La La Land back.
Uh-oh. She took too many hits. Zendaya, again, better flickerless than dead.
Better flickerless than dead at this point. But yeah, this is one thing. Because it's been a while since we've seen a Sicilian competitively, you know, in some cases or not, depending on what region you're watching, you know your late game kind of fallback if it gets to that point. And I don't know, man, the way that today's gone, if we get to a 20+ minute game, your Sicilian's gonna hurt. You know, you're gonna be able to go ahead and build up those stacks with the bad impacts, get to that point where you're a nuisance. Whoa, mid lane though.
Oh, massive from MIBR.LOS. Unexpected damage output from them as a FUT suffers another death. Zendaya falls. This is no bueno as they go into the turtle at less than half health. Hayob holding on to a retribution. Nowhere to steal here. Unohana gets on out of there, cutting their losses.
Yep. Pendinana, she just walked down here. She's like, hey, I want to join this. Turtle secured, though, pretty easily for MIBR.LOS. So really good at the team fighting early on, these skirmishes, and you know, Ray being this glue pick, quite a nuisance. Gonna get hit with an arrow plus a taunt, but Ray should be fine. She's got flicker in a couple seconds. Uh-oh. Okay, she burns it again in nearly the same spot.
Hey,
it's the beginning.
She's already died, so I don't want to do that. We're not going back to that.
I've seen this before, right?
Mm-hmm. FUT, I don't know what they're trying to do. Here's the thing. Yes, you've tried the Selena, put it in Rome. Sure, if maybe it worked, but I'm not feeling it now.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, what's the idea? You want to hit the carry? Sure, if you can. You want to hit the Cillion? Pop that Purify? Sure.
Purify.
But what else? I heard LaFell say the word expedite. You know, you expedite the rotations, expedite the team fighting. I can't see it. Oh. They do find the Hayob's clone, but no dice.
Maybe eventually, once you know the game evolves here, we'll see more of that use of the Selena, especially the arrows, maybe the vision. But yeah, you're just not going to be able to do much in the lane matchup. And then when it comes to these early turtles, I feel like unless you know you're able to go ahead and capitalize on an arrow that lands, then what do you do? And it's definitely not going to come from your gold laner for a while, right? The Hanami needs time to go ahead and build up here. And that's why they just, I think that's the big question mark on FUT Esports' lineup, at least for now. We got 15 or so seconds for this turtle to come up here, and then we'll see if that ends up being the case. Because right now, MIBR.LOS, they haven't had to do too much. They can just go ahead and continue to farm up. The concentrated energy is already locked in for Hayob, so she's going to go ahead and get in position. Look at the rest of the team's positioning here. I'm wondering if we'll see even Pendihana join this one.
Oh, massive Requiem. Forcing out a Revitalize to save Nora. Turtle put down a quarter of its health. The mount here. Cujo's in trouble. Cujo might fall here. She's holding through. La La Land taken down by Unohana. Cujo survives. 3 big pickoffs. 4 FUT on 3 different fronts. But they're in no shape to take the turtle, and they gotta take care of Pandina pushing up top.
Oh.
Whoa! What a read! Hayob! What a read! Ay caramba! 1-on-1 Unohana falls.
I didn't even, at the end of it all, didn't expect them to get another turtle here, but man, I'm not sure if FUT Esports really wanted to continue on that way, but It ends up leading them to lose an objective. They will get a tier 1 turret though, so there is an exchange. Plus they got a few kills. So break it down how you want, but MIBR.LOS, they still come out on top of it.
I think you put it on paper, you do the math, it might have just been half a loss for FUT.
Yeah.
Because the push up top, that's irreversible damage.
And that's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
Carry.
Oh, massive Requiem once more. Cujo here is not going to survive.
Okay, a pickup. You're starting to see this again. The scalability with your carry is being expedited now for MIBR.LOS instead of having that Selena do the work over here for FUT Esports. But there was a, I don't know if, hold on, these XP laners, Hana? All right, she's gonna be able to get out of that. I don't know if it's gonna be the case, just the last team fight around that turtle was really messy. I mean, there was, what, 3 little fights going on in different directions.
Yep.
And, you know, it was just unfortunate that MIBR.LOS got split up in that way, because I just feel like this kind of lineup, you really need to follow through, whether that's that setup from a Guinevere, like we're usually seeing here from high up, or the Sanguine Claws with the bad impacts. I mean, there's so many potential ways for them to start things off, but if they get split up, where they can't follow through off of each other. Again,
Nora gets caught out. She pops the Revitalize in hopes of surviving, but I guess the plan was to AOG out.
Yeah.
That's a free pickoff for Los MIBR.
Yeah, MIBR.LOS, they're in a great position now with momentum in their favor. That's a golden staff pickup for their carry in the hands of Pandina. So this is, again, the carry, something that we see picked up so much because of the nature of the tankier junglers, the tankier roams. And when you get this kind of lead, now you can just kind of shred through them, and you see some focus being put on here. Good flicker.
Cujo taking a few hits, forcing it. Oh. Finally takes down Pandina, gets Mount Deer by Ray, and I think they'll have their way with her. Cujo here holding on for dear life. Hyob scores. 1-for-1 the trade, and the fact that Hyob still has the retribution makes a difference. Mikiari, one-on-one, takes down Unohana. He's not having a good day with his Benedetta.
Oh man, you can see the reactions on the player cams here from MIBR.LOS. They are having a time right now.
She's frustrated.
She's frustrated, but hey, they are able to go ahead, lock in 3-for-3 turtles, objectives for MIBR.LOS. They're looking to take down some turrets off of it for FUT Esports. Where does this come together for them? You know, they seem tanky enough, but what's the point of being tanky if you can't have that damage throughput that you need? And that's why, again, I was questioning this hand wheel again. Space migration, Requiem already used.
Nora's fine, at least for now. It's less about the Hanabi, because there'll come a time that the Hanabi is useful. There'll come a time that the Hanabi just has the free hit. It's more the Selena, like, at best, at worst, you're zoning.
Yeah.
At worst, you're just saying, don't go this way. You're setting traps up for vision. But at worst, like, you're doing nothing. You're clearing waves in a dangerous way, and then where do you go?
One of those things where it's like, the Selena pick in general is so team dependent, because, yes, you might land some arrows, but there is that saying too that we always mention when the Selena does pick up, sometimes it's just that one arrow, right?
Sometimes.
Could change the course of a team fight.
Nora gets engaged on. That's the full-on Requiem. And the Revitalize already used up. Pandina gets taken down by Mieko. And Unohana picks up her Sea Halberd, but Hyob is on a war path, taking down Mieko. And they've lost so much already. 2-for-1. MIBR.LOS up by about 2,000 gold.
Yeah, you see that. That's the problem too. Is even if FUT Esports wants to fight, like get in range of these, trying to catch who they can, they have to worry about a couple things. Number one, La La Land, building up the stacks from a distance, laying out the bad impacts. Not only that, but then there's always that potential. The spatial migration, such a low cooldown. Hyob's able to go ahead and set things up, and you know the ability for Glue to just stick on the right target is something that is going to bother FUT Esports when they get to this next Lord fight. Now, again, are they in a position to win a team fight? Whoa, Conceal's already used!
And they find one. Nora, another death for a free pickoff by MLBB.LOS. This definitely locks in this Lord for them.
That's what I was saying, Leo. You know, the multitude of crowd control that MLBB.LOS has seems to be the upper hand play right now as Lord is secured. for them. They'll go ahead and get ready to march in the base. March towards the base. This is the thing, though. There's a good push with a Benedetta. This is what we've seen a lot of the times in the hands of Unohana. She's able to go ahead and do that. We saw the usage also of the Electro Final Blow, the Petrify combo, can be quite devastating if she's able to find that off angle towards the back line. If she can get La La Land, better yet. Oh, mid lane.
Uh-oh. There's a jump in. Massive AOG plus 3 hits. Out of Mieko, serving up a kill to Zendaya. Mikiari might be next up. Unohana, Electro Final Blow, trying to cover up the exits. Hyob just to clone her way out of there. And a massive punish. Unohana went in a little too deep. 2 for 1, though. FUT Esports still need to deal with the Lord.
Now, Miyako's going to go ahead and deal with this really quickly. That tier 2 does stay alive, albeit a couple hits away, though. Taking a look at the items for this one. Again, it's a small lead for MIBR.LOS. Most of that lead here building up towards where La La Land is, just because, again, the nature of her building up on these stacks.
She is the true endgame boss.
Yep, she is the endgame boss, and that's why we said if this is dragged out late game FUT Esports, no matter what they try to do, they're going to have to deal with a powered-up Sicilian. And then bad impact. Again, this was a fight that necessarily didn't go their way. I mean, look how quickly they were brought down, but again, because La La Land can fire back, essentially give them good response to this Electro Final Blow from Unohana, and then they shut her down in between the 2 turrets there.
That could have been cleaner. I think FUT Esports understand that there's a small part of the late game that belongs to them, and then La La Land starts to run roughshod. So what timing is that? I'd say about 14, 15 minutes, and then past 20, it's over. Nora looking to find a taunt, finds one, and it's on the perfect target. It's Pandina. She flickers back out and survives, but the turret does not go down. This is Unohana coming through to the back line, trading herself out for the carry. Pandina has fallen 1 for 1. FUT Esports, how do they capitalize?
Oh, man. Capitalize by taking out at least a turret. Maybe they can do that. They're going to charge up, push MIBR.LOS back, but you just don't have that much range on the Hanabi, at least for now, to actually take down a turret off that kill. So it's been pretty stagnant, I would say, in terms of that gold lead that's building up for MIBR.LOS, and that's great for FUT Esports. They want to go ahead and slow things down, but just not to a point where, again, your biggest problem is a multi-stacked Sicilian in the hands of La La Land.
So until La La Land can like 2-hit Mieko or 2-shot the softies, like let's say she finds Zendaya, FUT has a chance. And they have to get Mieko into a position where her free hits hit everybody.
Yeah.
And they can. Realistically, they can.
All right, this Lord is up. Look at this again, Leo. Unohana doing her thing, pushing down that bottom side, being that pressure on the map to see if MIBR.LOS wants to respond or not. But it looks like they just want to fight. Potentially an arrow thrown out. And their turret's going to be worked on. Unohana has the clear go for it.
Oh, sneaky Buse. She's going in, and she's actually going to get away with it. Massive Requiem by Hyob. Down goes Nora. Mieko with the free hits. Finds 2. Hyob and Ray have fallen, but Pandina finds her back. They send Mikiari to solve the Unohana problem, but it's too little too late. They're already in the base. I'd say despite the trades, FUT Esports have gone a crafty way to get themselves in the driver's seat. It's the long lane, Joseph.
It's the long lane, man. And that's what the Benedetta does so well. We've seen this be a point of contention for a lot of the teams, whether that's the Moscom, whether it's Benedetta, whether it's a Ling. You push on that opposite end of the map of the Lord, and someone has to respond. You know, and in this sense, though, we got a glimpse of it. Mieko's got to be careful. She got in a position where she's just taking those bad impacts again. And like you mentioned, you know, eventually that's going to be a 2-shot thing, maybe 3-shot.
So how does that not happen, right? Sell your boots, pick up Athena's shield.
Yeah.
Then Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. Because you're just, at that point, too, you're just relying on being able to move around with, of course, you know, the emblem setup, that quantum charge and everything else she has, plus the kit of the Hanabi, relying on your CC immune.
Oh, how about 101 round 2? Okay.
All right. Unahana picking up that rose gold, dog. She's gonna stay there too. Clear out another wave. Half health on this Lord. This is blitzing down now. She's gonna join this. Quarter health on the Lord.
Cujo coming in from the flank. Ray very low. High up as well. Forced to use that winner crown.
Oh, the arrow.
Lord still standing. Down goes Pandina. Cujo scores the Lord. High up has fallen. This has gone sideways for MIBR.LOS. Ay caramba. Mikiari has fallen. Unohana going to hunting. Ray concealed to run away. Suddenly, at the 15-minute mark, FUT has become the predator.
Oh, and they're knocking on the base turret in the mid lane, and they've got a little bit of minions to work through. At least take the turret down while Lord's making his way down bot. La La Land will be able to clear this out. Clears out that last minion, but there's another charged up wave.
How did it go so wrong? FUT Esports suddenly take game one.
They fought, they crawled, and they counted on each other to make